The crooked. I'm kind of crooked, aren't I? The Knives Fast channel, which is a crooked channel apparently. And now we're not crooked anymore, so that's good. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Knives Fast channel. We'll try this again. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all, and stick around and let's have about 15 or 20 minutes worth of fun here. I'm just going to do a fairly quick one here. I've been working all day and I just got home from work. And right before we worry about dinner, I thought I would come on here and go live for a few. Hey, Marco, who says hi? Who else is live? I don't even look. Hey, Marco, hope you're doing good. Thanks for being a member and thanks for being here. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, we're just going to have about 15 or 20 minutes worth of fun here and kind of chill with you guys and see who shows up. Uncle Cow is here. Barbie and Javon. Well, hello, Barbie and Javon. I'm very sorry. But it is what it is. Hey, Tim B, what's going on, my friend? Happy New Year to everyone. I haven't said a lot since the new year because I was kind of out of town for a couple days with my wife, and then I worked all day today, and now I'm home for a few. So before we eat dinner, I thought I would say hi. There's Jim Miller. You're not here. Jim's not here. Freak Show is here, and he's a member. I'm not sure why Jim is not here, but he's not. Yeah. Kelly's here and Fred's here. Thank you to all the members and for everyone being here. Happy New Year to you as well. Good to see everyone. 9 people in here and 8 likes. See, all the regulars know exactly what to do. They have no problem hitting that like button. Jim, for a guy that's not here, it's good of you to say hello to everyone. That's really nice. Helping the wife make homemade crab ragoon. Okay, what's a ragoon? I don't even know what that is, but okay, sounds good, I guess. I don't know. But first knife in the pocket today is the purple Devo tall boy. This guy is pretty sweet. I like to carry this one. It's kind of a really easy carry, fairly thin, and yet still plenty big enough to do a thing. I haven't yet, Tim. I need to try that. If there was a game on worth watching, I wouldn't be here. What? That's not what you're supposed to say, Freak Show. That is not what you're supposed to say. The Chargers are on, but we're backup quarterback, and we're losing for sure today with the backup quarterback. Trey Lance is not an NFL quarterback, but whatever. Threw a pick 6 right off the bat, and we're like struggling. So it is what it is. Lions tearing up the Bears. There you go, Tim. Bills game, says Mr. Joe. Got to play with a bunch of prototypes this morning. Where at, Fred? Hopefully some good ones. Second knife I am carrying today is the Thursday drop. This is the Devo Knives Saloon. This is a version that will be available at Devo Knives, and it will be 10% off with code KnivesFAST. If you get one of the purple ones, I think are the 2 that are at Devo, 10% off there. Met someone in the, oh, okay, gotcha. I knew you were going to do that. I forgot. All we got on is the Eagles and the Deadskins, or the Patriots and the Dolphins. I don't know. Play with the Saloon today too. Yep, that's the Saloon. Hey, Sean, good to see you, sir. Really interesting. It really reminds me of the MASH. It's different than the MASH, so I'm not saying it's the same knife. It's definitely not. But it is definitely one that is reminiscent of the MASH with the hole only and the lower tip and the hollow grind. This one is shorter, though, than the MASH, I think, not as tall. And this one's titanium with an inlay, which the MASH did not have. So very interesting. It is smaller than the MASH as well, just a little bit. I think this is 7 and the MASH is 7.5, I believe. So it is different. It also has that big, I think I leave a lot of room for lock bar access, but man, Devo leaves enough room to drive a truck through, which is really interesting. It's a bit much for me, but there's nothing wrong with it. It ain't gonna hurt anything. It doesn't hurt my grip. It doesn't affect anything. I just think it's huge. And I also yesterday was able to, let's see, middle finger flick it. It's not super easy, but with the jimping, you can do it. So, yep. Hey, what's up, Justin? What do I have today? The tornado. Nice, dude. I hope you're enjoying it. Sounds like so far most of the reviewers are. Love the larger. Really, it's too much for me. But I don't know. It's just too much. There's no need to have that big of a chunk. But I get it. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything. I'm not going to downgrade the design for it. I just don't need that much. Now, if I'm a lefty like Lefty, that gives me even more room to get a hold of the hole. So maybe that's why he really does it. Maybe it's an unstated thing if he wants more room to get to the hole. There you go, Fred. That's good. I mean, I'm definitely not going to rag on that in the review. I'm just saying to you guys, it doesn't need to quite be that much. All right, hold on half a second, guys, if you will. It's interesting. Hold on half a second, okay? I need to go tell Scarlett something. And hold on. I'll be right back. Hey, Scarlett. My mom just tried to call me. Should I get off the stream, or do you mind calling her, or what do you want me to do? I'm sorry. All right, I'm coming back. Sorry, that was a call from my mother, and Scarlett's going to call her real quick because I'm kind of on a stream. Leaving us alone. What is he thinking? Right, exactly. But anyway, hopefully everything's okay. If it's not, Scarlett will yell down the and say, wrap up your stream. So, hey, Tim, and everybody, I really appreciate you folks. It is good to have. Oh, I wanted to shout out. I got two things I want to cover. I wanted to shout out Ron Crow. He must have had a live stream last night or this morning, but a ton of people said Ron sent me on one of my videos, which was really wild. So shout out to Ron Crow for sending a bunch of people over. So that was really, yeah, you like that, huh, Uncle Cal? Probably get bashed by YouTube for a copyright violation for that, but oh well. Hey, Co-Bunny, what's going on? Good to see you. The second thing I wanted to address, and this goes out to a few of you this morning, one of which caught me making a mistake, and a couple, it was like 4 people. I think a couple caught me making a mistake, and a couple are confused by something. So now I made a mistake in that when I copied the text over for today's Pocket Check, I copied it from yesterday instead of today's Instagram. So I put the wrong text and had the wrong knives listed in the description. And some people were getting confused trying to figure out what knife it was. But I want to point something out that a lot of you might not realize, and I hear a lot. So on YouTube, there is this feature which is both cool and stupid. It is cool because it allows me to tag a related or other video on the channel in a short. So if I have a short, I can tag this video, and when it puts the short up, it lists at the top of the video. So if you're watching the video on your full vertical screen, okay, the top thing with a little arrow, a little caret next to it, is the linked video, the other video. And the thing below it is the title to that video, okay? So I think a lot of people get confused because it'll say concept really killed it, and the knife on the screen isn't a concept, okay? So they're like, what in the world? And so all I'm trying to point out is if you see that, that's more than likely the other video that they allowed me to link. And I think that confuses, hey, Palmer, it confuses some folks. I'm not going to stop doing it because it actually helps the channel. It helps people go find other videos on the channel. But for some reason, a lot of people don't understand what they're looking at, and they don't read down to the next thing. So now I know it also caused confusion today because I did put the wrong description in a video, okay? I screwed that up. But the rest of them, it's literally, and what they should do is make the title of the video first and the link second. That would make more sense. but people think it's the description because what's happening is when they watch a long form video, that's where the description is. So they think it's the description and they're like, Casey, you're crazy. It's not a concept. And anyway. Okay. Yes. Does she need me? Okay. We all get confused enough on our own without you helping, right, Kelly? Exactly. I think it's you. Looking at your face confuses me sometimes too. Understandable. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for being here and being a member and being such a good part of making me laugh and not take myself too seriously. Nick is really good at that. Very few people read the description. Yeah, and that's, it's okay. They don't have to. But I just wanted to point that out because I think it upset a couple people earlier today. And yeah. And they say they don't see it on other people's channels, so maybe no other channel uses the related video function. I don't know. It's really confusing. Yep, I agree, Justin. That is great. Nice, Kevin Smith. Appreciate you figuring it out. But I'm sure it is confusing. I'm sure it very much is confusing. If you don't know. Now, the third thing I had in the pocket today is up on the shelf over here. It was my Leatherman Wave, so I'm not going to get that out. So right now, at this very moment, I'm only carrying 2. Now, let's go through a couple of things, okay? The next 2 weeks are kind of loaded with knives, okay? I do have 2 of those here, so let's see. And I cannot show you some of the new knives that are coming out next week on the same week as the tornadoes, but I'm going to try, okay? So on the 12th, the Devo Saloon drops at a bunch of different dealers and Devo knives, okay? I don't know. I think there's some at Blade Binge. There might be some at TPK. There might be some at White Mountain. I don't know where else, okay? And there's some at Devo, and you can get 10% off at most of those places with my code, which are listed below. Also on the 12th is this guy that came in yesterday. This is a new version of the Rosecraft Nola Chucky Jack. And I don't remember the kind of bone they're calling this. It looks like the hamburger bone to me is what I would call this. If I was naming this, it would look like the grilled hamburger bone knife. That's exactly what this looks like. It is brown jigged bone with a really interesting pattern. The thing that I wish was a little bit different. It is not contoured at all. It is completely flat scales, and it is jigged. But it's not bad. But the original Nola Chucky, the reason I love it is the contouring. And this is definitely a little flatter feeling, more square in the hands. But man, it is gorgeous. If you don't mind thickness on a traditional knife, then you're going to probably love this guy. And it'll be in that same Rosecraft price bracket of $60 probably, or maybe 65, 10% off at TPK with code KnivesFAST10. Okay? So that's that. And then the next week, there are some drops happening that I can't talk about just yet. But then, of course, that next Thursday, the 15th, is the Tempest Tornado in 7 different versions, 5 at KnivesFAST. 5 at TempestKnives.com. Code KnivesFAST gets you 10% off. 2 of them, 1 at TraditionalPocketKnives.com. KnivesFAST 10 gets you 10% off. That's the 80s camo carbon and the Blade Binge dark mode. KnivesFAST gets you 10% off on that one. And that is 1 o'clock on the 15th. Ben will be joining on Monday the 12th. That is correct. Not this Monday, but the Monday after, okay? Because his knife is dropping the day after the tornado, and that is the Timber Jack? I don't have that yet. I think it's supposed to be here Tuesday. Yep, the tornadoes are coming. Take cover. Exactly. But yeah, tornadoes on the 15th. The Jack Wolf Timber Jack, I think is what it's called, on the 16th. So, again, Devo and Rosecraft this week. Some stuff I can't talk about yet. Early next week. Been on Monday night the 12th. Tornadoes on the 15th, Jack Wolf on the 16th. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. Yeah, I haven't seen it in person yet, so love how you did the clip. Thank you, Justin. I've been trying some different things with clips because to me, besides square handles and of course axis locks, pocket clips are one of the things that can be the most divisive, in my opinion. And so I'm just trying some different things with clips to see what we can do to come up with something that works. Loving the Geo Blaze. Very cool, none for now. Glad you like it. Yeah, so lots of cool stuff coming up. And again, tornadoes are either 149 or 159, and code KnivesFAST or at TPK KnivesFAST 10 saves you 10% off, which brings it, I think, to, I don't know, I can't do the math, 135? I don't know. Something like that. Oh gosh, Plenipote, that's tough. Strength of 2 screws, but only takes the space of 1. Right. Who has the best clip in your opinion? Man, that's tough, dude. Thank you, Num, for now. Appreciate it, man. Right, Nick, exactly. Hey, Jen Blaze, what's going on? I mean, I think it's hard. See, so I don't think I can say that. So I can't say, well, Artisan has the best clip because there's a different clip on each knife, or, Kaiser or Civivi or whatever. I think it's a mixture of whoever does it right for the particular knife. I think a clip has to be knife specific. To me, somebody said the Thunderhead. The Thunderhead has a fantastic clip. It works really well, but some people have said it's too thin and it moves too much. I think it's perfect. Some people don't like it. I think the clip on the Zephyr is really good. I think the clip on the Tornado is really good. It just depends. Oh, shoot. That reminds me, Chuck. Guys, I'm going to try, if I remember, to make these beanies live tonight for purchase. Or tomorrow maybe, but very soon. Yeah, I'm always cold, dude. No, I hate aftermarket clips, okay? I'm one of the people that doesn't like the Lynch clip. It sticks too far off the knife. When I took if you have a knife that has a really good feeling in the hand, you almost always sit here and say, oh, whoops, what am I doing? I feel that clip, right? And so the last thing you want is a clip that stands even taller. And that Lynch, every time I put a Lynch clip on, it stands way up tall. And so I'm not a big aftermarket clip guy. There you go. Yeah, I like the Zephyr clip, but that's just me. Clip design is tough. It isn't the shape at the point of contact on the clip. The length of the clip is a big part. Yes. Right, Nick. I mean, I can't just pick one company's clip, or even I can't say every Tempest knife has a great clip. I've tried, but I won't say every Devo knife has a great clip, or every Kershaw or whatever. Some are right and some are wrong. It's different for every knife. Rips Garage Tech, I have not tried theirs yet. I need to. You take it back, Casey. I love Lynch clips. No, you can. Hey, you love what you want. I don't like them. They stick too far off the knife. Every time I've put a Lynch clip on a Tempest, I've liked it less. When I put a Lynch clip on a downdraft, it makes it hurt my hand. If I leave the wire clip alone on the downdraft, it feels fine. I don't prefer them. That's why there's options. We all get to like what we like. There you go, Num, for now. That works. Clips are such a crapshoot, and that's why I try never to say in a review, this clip sucks. I will say, for me, this clip does this in my hand. I feel it here. I feel it here. I don't like it, how it goes in and out of the pocket. It's not tall enough. It's too tall. I say those things, but that's for you to decide. You may not care. If you like a Lynch clip, you probably don't care that it sticks way off the knife. I do. But that's just me. Hey, Mick, what's going on, dude? Too often it seems the clip is an afterthought. 100%. 100%. Toughen your girly hands. Brian, be nice. Oh my goodness. I do not have girly hands, but whatever. Hope everyone had a glorious day today. I'm just a stickler for ergos. That's all I am. I'm just weird. I worked all day, but it was fine. It was all right. There's a little bear saying hi. Okay, fine. Now I dropped it. But anyway, Lefty has the girly hands. Right, exactly. Right, Chuck, exactly. Plus, which pocket people use. Right, exactly. To me, there's only one right way to do that. I'm right-handed. I put stuff up against the right seam. Everybody's different. Back to work tomorrow. Yeah, me too, Nick. I've had 2.5 weeks off. And then I work today, and then I work all 5 days this week, and then I work next Sunday. So, and then the next week is the tornado drop. So I'll be working all weekend to fulfill the orders probably. So yeah, the next 2 or 3 weeks are pretty busy for me. Corrosive hands, right? Exactly. I bet, Chuck. I bet, especially as a driver, that just is so mind numbing after a while to drive for long periods of time. I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't. Uh, by the way, I was at a restaurant last night, and I want to ask you guys what you think of this. Okay, so we're not talking about Five Guys or Chick-fil-A or McDonald's. Okay, and we're not talking about like $100 a plate restaurant. We're somewhere in between. This was $25 to $30 a person, right? Somewhere in there, probably 30. It was for Scarlett and I's anniversary getaway. 6 months after our anniversary. Okay, 5.5, but close enough. So we're at this restaurant, right? And this is the kind of restaurant that it's small, and so you have to do a reservation, and you just literally call 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour ahead, grab a table, show up, right? It's not that bad. We called when we were an hour out. They gave us a reservation, and we showed up and did it, right? So in this restaurant, okay, when we walked in, there's a lady sitting at a table by herself, a high table. She's sitting at this table by herself, and she's got pink bunny ears on. And those pink bunny ears have like pull strings right here, where when she pulls them, the bunny ears go up and the whole thing lights up and blinks. And she's got on like a pink bunny, like a pink onesie kind of thing. And she's sitting at this table. She's got a drink and she's obviously waiting for her food. And she's got a tripod and a phone on the table. And I'm 95% sure she was streaming. And so the whole time in this restaurant, and the wait staff's talking to her and interacting with her, and she's streaming. And we're in this fairly reasonably nice restaurant with somebody streaming and talking out loud the entire time, right? So my question is, if you're paying $25 to $30 a meal, so for my wife and I, over $60, okay, do you have a problem with somebody streaming 10 feet away from you with a bunny hat and all that stuff? Because it bugged me. And I was like, what in the world? I would never do that. She must have had their permission. Kind of made it awkward. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just was, she was a distraction, is what I would say. We could hear each other talk. She wasn't super loud. I couldn't even understand what she was saying. At some point, she was talking about dogs and breeding. So I guess it's a maybe dog channel. I don't know. But it was really weird. It was super weird. No, she was shooting herself, I'm pretty sure, because I went to the bathroom and it looked like she was shooting herself and the phone was this close to her. So she wasn't shooting us and she was close to the bar. So she was shooting sort of really the kitchen door is what she was shooting and the wait staff coming in and out. is what she was shooting. It was weird. Um, yeah, it was just weird. Hey, Metal Relic, people dedicate their lives to grinding on their platforms. I've seen people falling asleep because they are trying to get the next level. It's insane. Yeah, I get it. I don't know if she's a Twitcher or whatnot, or if she's on YouTube or she was horizontal. So who knows? But it was just no. It was just a distraction. It was no. I agree. I agree. She can dress however she wants. If that's part of her stream, then go for it. It just was really distracting. And my wife kept going, "Is she shooting us? Is she? Are we on camera? Are we? You know?" And I'm like, "Okay." It was just really weird. I get it, dude. I try very hard. Even when I walk down my neighborhood, and if there's a bunch of people out in the street, I'll try to either talk quietly or not flick a knife for that period of time. So it was just really weird. I don't know. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Justin, did the wait staff get to say if they wanted to be on camera or not? I thought that was a little odd. It was really odd, and I will go back to the restaurant because that was my first time. Trevor and Olivia have been there a few times, a couple of times, I guess, and they probably spent less than us. We were very hungry. They, knowing Trevor and Olivia, they share sides and the whole thing, so I'm sure they weren't spending that much. But it was an anniversary date, so we got what we wanted last night. But it was just weird, to say the least. So yeah, but I'll go back. The food was really good. Yeah, me too, Chuck. Me too. Do it all the time. Yeah, it definitely did, Jim. Um, and it's kind of a hipster restaurant, I think. It felt that way, at least with some of the people that were in there. It's a restaurant you've never heard of in a town you've never heard of, Fred. I'm sure. It's a dive. I mean, a small. There's a family that does catering, and this is their restaurant. It's mostly burgers and steaks and pasta and stuff like that. It's called the Bonfire in Amherst, Virginia. Really good restaurant. It was just, yeah, no, it's like Fred. They can only seat maybe like 25, 30 people. It's so small. But it was, yeah, no, that's exactly right. There was a buzz because there's a bar and there was a few people at the bar, but it wasn't, you could hear over everyone else and they could hear over you, but you could definitely hear her talking, the whole time. Yeah, the problem, Fred, and that's why we go out to this place, Amherst, which is about 40 minutes from my house. Why some of us go to places like that looking for food, because in my town, there's nothing original. It's all chains, it's all crap. So if you want to eat somewhere nice, you have to drive a little bit. When we were in Japan, we tried to always be the non natives. Right, you should. My food is better, I'll cook. All right. Come make us a really nice dinner for our next anniversary, Chuck. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, I am going to wrap this. We've already been about 30 minutes. I told Scarlett I'd go about 15 or 20, so I'm already over, but she's not going to care. She don't ever care. She just, we have stuff. We got to start dinner and all that stuff. So I'm going to wrap it up and do that. I hope you guys have a wonderful new year. Now, I am live Monday night. Monday night, if I actually remember, maybe Tim and Jim can help me. I'm gonna try to log in and do a demo of SBKN Steve's Tucson site, so you guys can see what he offers for free without having to sign up. He's given me a login, so I'm gonna go on there and show you what he's built. And it's $25 a year if you want to sign up, but we'll show it tomorrow night. That's the plan. If I don't forget, matter of fact, let me write a note right here. SBKN Tucson. And so I'm doing this because I know there's a lot of people that always are asking, what Tucson is that? What Tucson is that? What Tucson is that? And this would help you. From what I understand, it has pictures, it has the whole shebang, okay? And so this would help you to know what you're looking at, and I think that's really cool. I know, Jim. Okay. Well, I am going to wrap it up now. I hope you guys, yeah, exactly, Chuck. I hope you guys have a good one. Again, we'll talk in a few days and get everything. Well, I mean, we'll talk tomorrow night, but you know what I mean. One of these verticals is what I was saying. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all. Thank you all for your incredible support. Thanks for hitting that like button, and thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel. See you. Bye-bye.